this is me a few weeks later. I have fit all new brake discs on the P38. This video will just be fitting the front ones because if I put it all in together it's just too long. I'll take the wheel arch liner off the side. I had to grind a few bolts off just because of that rusty, rotten. With great struggle I got the wood liner out, and this side doesn't look as bad as the other. And the wheels are good clean, so I can spray them hopefully soon, but you can tell, well, it's pretty obvious I needed some iron remover on them. Unlike an L322, there's not a lot of rust on this one. I'm going to go over with Nutri-Rust, which is just a rust converter, and then I'll either wax or it'll lano guard it. Why have I done that, you ask? Well, it's because I want to paint the grille, or spray the grille black, and also the bits under the headlights. The brake calipers are knackered and I just need to get the carriers off. Now there's two big 19mm bolts holding that on right behind the back, and I've been spraying WD-40 on them for a week hoping they'll crack, and actually I've managed to crack the top one, so I'll crack the bottom one now. And I asked it off and they were crazy tight. Now this one's not as bad, but yeah, I think it's good practice to replace them both at the same time. Picked up some new calipers. I think they were £74.97 each plus a VAT. I'm going to clean these up and spray them again because they look a bit sorry for themselves, and the pin that was in that hole completely seized up. I had to hammer it out. These are the old ones. This is the passenger side and this is still the better one, but there's still a little bit of corrosion in there. The rest of the pins out, there's still grease on there, you can tell it's old. Masked up what obviously doesn't want any wax oil on it. So yeah, I'm just going to spray a bit on for now. Eventually I'll do the whole underneath, but for now, because the arches are out and the brakes are off, I'm just going to get on with it. That's about half full, but that's all I need. So what I'm going to do is just leave it in some hot water for a bit, and that'll soften it up. So I've wax sealed just under these front arches like you've just seen, and it looks a lot better than it does. So when it dries up I'll get the wheel arch liner back in, and then I'll worry about doing the brakes. Got this wheel arch liner back in on the passenger side. Now every single bolt and bits of plastic was knackered, so I've just got a whole new set of them and a new set of clips. But I was supposed to put them in before I put the wheel arch liner in, but there you go. It's a shame about the mud flats, but they're that bad and they're not worth using again. So anyway, there's not a lot holding these arches on, just 3 metal clips with the screws along the front, and then there's 3 clips along the back. Well, this liner's back in now, it wasn't too bad actually. Just tidying up, I don't know what they call these caliper holders. Well, you saw before they were looking quite rusty, so I'm going to tidy them up. I've already wire brushed this one, I'm going to do the other one now, and I'll spray them black. What I'm going to do now is go over them with degreaser, and then I'll spray them black, and then after that I can get the new brake discs on and get my new painted wheels on. First coat on, so I'll probably put 1 or 2 more on. So I've just put the second coat on. It is a high temperature spray, so it'll be fine. Just put new discs on. These are the discs, the board and back. Obviously new pads. I've got new front and rear discs because they're all knackered. I've also got new front calipers, as you've seen. These are the pads, these are Borg and Beck as well, as you can see. Quite a lot of meat on them. Now I've got new calipers as well, as you've already seen. So these are about ready to go on. And then that means I'm ready to get the brake caliper on. Just use some proper brake grease stuff that comes with the pack, just for the back of the pads, and that should stop it squeaking, or prevent it from squeaking at least. That's a new disc on the passenger side, and that is the first time I've ever done brakes. So pad, bit of grease, not that much. That's the first brakes I've ever replaced in my life, disc and pads, first time ever, and I've learnt a lot, and I don't think I've done too bad really. I'll find out when I fly down the road and I can't stop and I'm in a hedge, then I might think different, but it looks alright. It's getting quite late now, but that's the front discs and pads and everything on, and they look a lot better, as you've seen. And well, I'll probably do the back ones at the same time actually, and then we can bleed them all at once. But yeah, first time ever changing brakes, and it's not as bad as I thought. You know, if you want to do it on one of these, you need 3 size sockets, a 12mm, a 19mm, I think a 14mm for your brake lines. So like I said, this is a few weeks later now. I've taken it to a specialist, a Land Rover specialist, and he usually does my father's, and he's basically going through the whole thing, diff oils, transfer case oils, gearbox oils, engine oils, everything, and hopefully won't have too much trouble getting the aircon working either. So this is the end of part 1 of the brakes. As you seen, I've just done the front ones. Next video will be the back ones, and I might put a bit of spraying in there as well, or there might be a separate video, but yeah, I'll see you in the next one.